Coded all night, no one cared. Tried to share, but no one stared. No retweets, no blogs, no hype. Just me and my machine in the dark night. I sent emails, hey, check this out. They left me unreplied, filled me with doubt. No one's interested, try again someday. Now they call it brilliant, guess who's getting paid? I reached out to tech sites, hey, look what I made. They laughed and said, come back when you can pay for ads, okay. Too late, now you're ringing my phone. Where were you when I built this all alone? Too late, now you want an interview. But back in the day, I was nothing to you. Just a one-man coder, it'll never take off. That's what they said while they scoffed. No investors, no team, no press, no deals. Now they all want a piece. Tell me, how does it feel? Bro, let's do a podcast, your story is wild. Oh, now you wanna talk? Man, that took a while. Too late, now you're praising my code. But when I needed support, you left me alone. Too late, now you're writing a piece. But I don't need your clicks, I'm already famous. I sent emails, hey, check this out. They left me unreplied, filled me with doubt. No one's interested, try again someday. Now they call it brilliant, guess who's getting paid? I reached out to tech sites, hey, look what I made. They laughed and said, come back when you can pay for ads, okay. Oh, now you want to feature me? Where were you when I was sending emails, begging for one reply? Now it's, can we do an exclusive? Nah, thanks, now I built my own media empire. Too late, now I'm doing just fine. I built this myself, no thanks to your time. Too late, now you want an IC. But the thing is, I don't need you anymore. Yeah, too late, sorry, not sorry, I don't need you anymore.
Welcome everyone, let's do some more SPARC work. Not only does some detail not build, we also have a report that doesn't work in QEMU. I never had such an issue. Also, I did cursors, yay! It's not really that much. I mean, okay, at least it's not 16 pixels. Yeah, not amused. Like, turns out, not only did they broke cursors, GTK and stuff for renaming stuff, but apparently Hyperland needs hypercursors. Can't make the shit up. That's ridiculous. They had one job, and all they did was destroy all of the. Maybe plus minus, give or take. Then let's grab that. Nothing like. AMD GPU crashed. Oh, come on. AMD GPU, you had one freaking job. How should I work like this, AMD GPU? Oh, it partially recovered. It recovered. Oh yeah, it's a new Hyperland version. But I have artifacts now on. I can't even make this shit up. It recovered with artifacts on my Apple Cinema display. Oh man, did all the rest recover? That's something new. How does this recovery look like? Page fault things. Yeah, cool. Soft recovered. Thanks, AMD. Did we say thank you enough? Thank you, AMD. Yeah, now it refreshed, so after redrawing, yeah, it's must be this brave new Hyperland worldy thing. Screenshot in a second, Ed. On Instagram. At least it recovered. That's something new. Yeah, I need to urgently boot with this. Oops. I need to urgently reboot with this whatever ring something 16. Wait, this is the wrong one, right? I wanted incoming. Incoming SPARC. So we will update them completely, but that's why it's incoming. I need to extract it from the ISO because I had deleted that already. I'm redoing a full build. KD 613 1T2. Why does this not? Wait, what? How did I manage this? Okay. Yeah, I never do it like this, but basically. How did this not copy and paste? Seriously? Yeah, nothing like some old garbage container. So if I extract that here to altar, need upgrade. Then why do I have two files here? What? Then move those boot files here. And then usually I copy it straight from, maybe I need a extract from so mmv, okay. Then somewhere like that. Now we have here. So yeah, I need to further automate this. I just don't know yet. If you have automation ideas for this amazing stuff, then let me know. Because then we can turn off again. Yeah, thanks. Welcome, everyone. So we have here a report. So normally don't expect, so basically unless you share, like, subscribe and have a business 24/7 priority support contract. But because we were fiddling with SPARC anyway, and I didn't test it the last days. So of course, usually this is insanity, right? Of an open source project within minutes of like, hey, there is an issue. SPARC segmentation faulting. It's just, you're just lucky. Share, like, subscribe, Patreon, all the good stuff. You're just lucky that we did Rust things. And we also need to patch that in a second. So I don't know how I left this, honestly. Basically, what I need to do is I need to set up everything, and welcome everyone. I need to set up everything. Did this? Okay, this is probably booted network. Okay, so probably I left this machine auto booting from network. Yay, look at this amazing technology. Do I have here TTY? Or does it? Maybe it automatically works. Okay, the only thing is, I don't have a root file system, right? That is a bit of an issue. Okay, what did I want to test? So first of all, we want to test that the kernel works. Second of all, we mostly wanted to test subversion. I mean, this build is kind of... Actually, how many builds do we have? Okay, let's pre-test if this boots, and then we turn it off and reboot again. Oh, this doesn't boot for some reasons. 613 VM Linux. Sometimes there's some typo. 614. Where are we at? 14. 14. So I have there a typo. How dare I didn't boot test every kernel on SPARC. I'm not sure if this will work. I hope it does work. I mean, this OK title doesn't matter. Basically, I guess it does work. So it's that network loading. And welcome everyone. Morning you all. Let's hope for, maybe this was a little bit slow. Okay, we also need to patch Rust. Because of so cause that didn't work. So that doesn't currently, I continued at midnight. I patched Rust at midnight, was actually trivial. We were so close fixing that live on stream. Okay, that actually does boot. Yay, look at that. Necessities for stuff, right? That's good. Off. Let's save some electrons from unnecessarily spinning around. Oops, is O not off? Why is this one? Why does this one slow pass in TG3? Okay, I guess not that important. Linux kernel warning. It works, except when you shut down then. I mean, shutdown power off also works, except get a warning there, so patch is welcome. Mesa. Mesa does not Mesa because of Rust bind gen. Rust bind gen doesn't know. So that is in which binding? So the problem is which bind gen is that? Generating bindings. So is this using? Is this using cbind gen or Rust bind gen? It's it's using bin bind gen. Okay, bind gen. It's probably bind gen. Probably cbind gen, right? No, wait, what? Rust bind gen? Aha. Why is it? Why is also? I hate this, right? I mean, first of all, why is there not one good binding generator? And welcome everyone. Are you a Rust enjoyer? No, I am not. I'm not enjoying Rust because somehow everything on mainstream is broken, and that is probably how good Rust is, and in general not good. But I hate this chaos, this non-uniformity of cbind gen. Okay, it's cheap cbind gen, so far. Like, why has this a dash? Like, why is this Rust dash bind gen? And why is the even if you say okay that somehow it's long, it needs some visually separation marks. Say okay, fine. Why is the binary then bind gen? My ass, like yeah. Okay, T2 install Rust bind. No, I'm not sure. Do I even have freaking Rust? I don't. That's probably not ideal. Let's install some Rust. Does it work? No. Shit. It's, our new package service to the rescue. Let's hope the slightly older. Otherwise, I built it from source. I hope. How did I copy that? Did I not click on copy? Does this copy really only work every second time, and why is it? Let's build it from source because that's not ideal. Okay, but we can. Okay, this fails. This fails as expected. Touch, build, SPARC. So basically, more patronage welcome. This is a full week job. We can prepare for this. This is Rust, bind, gen. Let's. This is also wrong. That's not ideal now. Clobbering the log file. We basically should protect T2 from that. Yeah, cargo not found, but that's I only wanted to patch the sources. So probably they have a list of things here. So SPARC unknown. No. Oops. No. That's somehow. But what said something said unknown arch triplet? How do those developers always manage to break their own shit? It says lib clang error. Yeah, it just for what, right? Like unknown. Do we not have that in T2? In Clang? Yeah, everything you need to patch, right? Like the amount of patches is next level. Is this Clang or was it LLVM? Was it this one? So they say SPARC. But we have a V8 triplet in there. So we have SPARC, V8, T2 Linux GNU. What did they whine about? V8, I mean, theoretically V7, that, but probably that will unlikely work. SPARC, version 8. And if you're wondering why do I patch this, if I file an upstream bug, there's like YOLO SPARC, old SPARC shit not supported, right? And also like I need this now and not like in 2 years, so or in 4 years. And then they delete it because then it's even more obsolete. So SPARC version 9 unknown. I'm pretty sure we had that in there, unless it's directly in Mesa or no. Pro tip, grab with spaces. Any chance it's in this one? Okay, I guess Clang it is. Do we have a Clang laying around? Or in Rust? I mean, Rust has the LVM code base, so maybe it finds it in there. Unsupported target arch C. Diagnostic command invalid, which is probably on an arch triplet Clang offload bundler. The question is how, like, yeah, basically, in this modern code bases, who does even what? Um, but it's some, okay, it's in this context, so it should be some file bindgen 5. Okay, what does bindgen IR 556 do? Binding context, construct the context for the given options. Emilius Codex context detailed prepushes. Timer? Why is this timer? Timer new? So like for some timeout, it didn't generate. Like, do they give it 23 seconds and otherwise we give up? Why is this timer? Let timer thing with output time phases. Maybe it's for benchmark, maybe it's for profiling. Okay, it is here, but why does it fail? Like, where's my? Maybe we also. Yeah, so now we don't have cargo. We have Rust, but not cargo. That's not the most ideal. Um, yeah, it's super silly that you can't bootstrap cargo without. Did this old binary work? Probably not, huh? Cargo. Oh, damn it. But libssl. Maybe I just install additionally the latest OpenSSL. Should be libssl is. How to break installation by emerging OpenSSL. So next things. Okay, QEMU, basically patch welcome. I've seen this. I mean, maybe we fix this today. Let's, like, if we get 100 viewers soon we might try to fix this. It was building previously, whatever code gen. So do we have cargo? We don't have cargo. Come on. Do I want to ruin my build server by installing a new glibc? Maybe better if I snapshot first. Okay, there's another hack for that. We can enable some tools and rebuild Rust. Okay, so Clang. So it sounds like it's coming from Clang. Let's maybe free some memory. By the way, what there was a message here. If I understood the initial intention correctly, then this is the general bug fix for the config command. Hopefully not things of things equipped if and need more input. So then no, it doesn't want cargo. Just build without anything. And be happy. Bootstrap out of nothing and be happy, please. Okay, libclang. It's like, how was the cursor today? But hey, at least the cursor is not that. I mean, it's whatever. At least it's not completely shitty anymore. Is there a new Clang version? Sometimes just checking. Of course, I don't list all of them. That would be too easy. But there isn't. So let's grab for SPARC. But here they don't have any of those. I mean, that's the crazy stuff. Everything, I mean, sure, even if stuff is small, you never know where the shit is in. And that's also why I'm not using people saying, why not using an IDE? It's like, IDE, first of all, IDE search is way slower, and then it is pointless, right? I need to extract, and there is no point of loading overly massive code bases in in IDEs. Also, why does this fail? Doesn't contain a stage, doesn't contain checksum. Did this not just previously built? Why does this now fail? Wonderful. Ah, shit, I just deleted this, huh? Ah, darn it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but that's that's life of a full stack developer. You constantly full-time search where shit is even coming from. Yeah, IDE only if you all day long work on the same project, and even then I'm not the greatest fan of IDEs. Even then IDE is slow. I mean, to Linux, but the funny thing is, it doesn't do that for any other T2 Linux target, right? So the problem with this modern Rust code is, what is it even doing? But here's some IDE just take forever to load. Yeah, and then also search, like grep is also orders of magnitudes faster. And then IDE also only searches in the files in the project and not any other files. Like basically, IDE does not make any sense for full stack development. At least what I call full stack development, not what web developers call full stack. I think the main problem is the SPARC version 9. Because it doesn't do that for any other T2 Linux GNU thing. I just don't know where it matches that. Because we patch that in Clang, and it works for all other targets. So, like, why does this shit not work now? Okay, fine. That's another problem. Somehow libclang, but the question is that in some Rust front end, or I mean, we will. I mean, it should be somewhere. Okay, here's Clang. Maybe we should check where it's using things. Error unknown. Where is it using that? Fat fingering this stuff here. Nowhere. Def unknown target triplet. Why does this not match anything? Unknown. Error things. Error unknown target. Error def. I mean, maybe they use maybe they use a macro, and maybe are we maybe also had a V in there. No, it didn't hit an I in there. That got later in there. Maybe they use a macro too. Why does this match nothing else? What? Why do I always have to debug such stupid bugs? That source Clang, but that's a test. These are all tests. Where do they generate the bloody error? Like, even finding the shit error is hard. How is that so freaking hard? I don't understand. Clang target thing, no ACL. Maybe we should... I mean, unless it's using the wrong Clang. But it should be ours, is it? Recently tried Zig and can say it's a language really cool. Their build system is kind of cursed as well. I don't know, maybe modern language guy. Let's check. What do we get? So that should be our Clang. And what does Clang does if we target? I mean, first of all, what does it compile? It should default to our SPARC. Oops. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. See. Oh, what? Clang defaults. Clang doesn't build that? Good that we tested that. Why does Clang not know that? Okay, we found the issue. At least we found the issue. Probably print target listings. It's like, yeah, you need to Google this shit because help grab targets triple. I tried. There's a version give you a list of architecture supports. Okay. Target SPARC version 9 thing. It's funny that Clang built itself into an unsupported state. Okay, let's try what it does support. It's like, hey, it's like I could support this, except I don't, but never mind. I mean, yeah, we patched this wrong. I mean, obviously we patched this wrong. It's not Upstream's fault. We patched this wrong. Where's Clang? It's like if we target, or can we do this here at the end? Target, like SPARC, okay, probably all of those also don't work, right? Linux, unknown, target, did you mean target? That works? That works? That does not work. Huh. That also works. Why does just this not work? The question is that LLVM or Clang? I guess Clang, huh? Do we have the Clang sources here somewhere? 6432. For the others, I mean, LibreOffice does it. I have the suspicion this will fail. In any case, I don't need LibreOffice on. So let's SPARC version 8. Where are you getting that from? Oh, here are suffixes. Okay, what are we here? Here are actually target SPARCs. I mean, yeah, probably some things are also slightly out of things, so to be honest. I mean, here they have a V9, so because their V9 is cursed, in my opinion, we need to check this actually with GCC. Oops. Do we have there any typos? SPARC version. SPARC V, T2, Linux, GNU. Looks pretty correct to me. What did we grab? SPARC version 8. Where else do they SPARC version 8? Why does this not match anything? Unit tests. Oh, why is this always so cursed? Why does it just... Is there any chance we build this with a partial patch? By the way, we could check, where did I test it that? I could also test it here probably. So that does not work. If we would have the file. What does SPARC version 7 do? Okay, that's also unsupported. So version 8 does work. Does and Z work. Z and why do those two work? I mean, that is even bizarre because I patch it away. Like, why? How does that even work when I patch it away? Unless they have... Maybe they have some other code somewhere. Or it's LLVM. Could this be an LLVM after all? Maybe they pass that to LLVM and that might tell it something? Oh, there's a libtarget. Look at that parser thing. Maybe we need to patch that too. Why do I know all open source projects by heart? Because for 25 years I patched shitty details like this. Like seriously, you have this hard coded here? Oh shit. But we patched SPARC version 9. Ah, previously we conditionally patched that. It is only until last. Maybe I didn't even commit this yet. Yeah, so this is why SPARC version 9 is not SPARC. This is upstream. Upstream, it is buggy and broken for years. That is what I mean. SPARC 64 is not SPARC version 9. This is so silly. Ah. Here also. Maybe we are missing this here. Hotfix. SPARC version. Maybe we even rename. So so previously we patched that only for because I didn't want to break it more. Until now we patched this only for SPARC 64 with 32, but as we see now, it's also broken for other things. I hope it works like this in their modern C++ stuff for SPARC version 9. Oops. And maybe others, but that's for another day. Look at that. So much to, didn't commit this yet. So previously this was conditionally patching until now, the last years. Okay, turns out we always need this because it's always broken. So, yay! This might actually work and fix something, I hope. If that ain't something. Yeah, but the thing is, why do I not send this upstream? Because I learned 25 years ago, like all those people with PhD and working at Apple and SpaceX and stuff, like, we know it better, we are Americans. Like the SpaceX people, USA. It's like, yeah. Also, the Sun Microsystems people, no, SPARC version 9 is 64-bit. Like, no, and nobody's using your Solaris anymore. Like, is Solaris not dead for some reason? Yeah, because like, it is pointless to argue with them. It's like 20 years ago, like, hello, can we please make 64-bit SPARC 64? And the Sun people, no, that is SPARC version 9. It's like, yeah, but can we use SPARC 64 and SPARC version 9 for it? Like, no! Okay, I don't ask it. Then it is only saying NT2 Linux. What should I do? We only need to fix Firefox to work again. That is probably also similarly broken for similar reasons. Okay, amazing. That has a chance to work. The more we test, the more we fix. Man, it's like you think you patch Rust bindgens, like no, you think you patch Rust, like no, you think you patch Clangs, like no, of course it's already broken in LVM. Yeah, amazing. Good. Then we have the latest kernel. So I have the nearly latest kernel here. Do we? I think we probably want to upgrade this slightly to 6.2 and edit this grub config already so that we don't boot the wrong thing again. And then, why did this not? All right. So then probably delete this and scp rsync SPARC 6432 42 without typo. I need to learn to type. This also does somehow not SPARC 60. Which do I? Did we not? Okay, then we have not been there yet, I guess. Then we take this slightly differently optimized. Good. So maybe why this is building. So unfortunately, this will build now some 10 minutes because it's latest and greatest new hotness of oversized code. Modern hipster code. Let's maybe add a unit test. Do we have a unit test for subversion? Because they say subversion crash. Let's see if we can pre-test this with QEMU. So SPARC 64. Does that run? So QEMU SPARC 64. Change root here for user bin SVN. I mean, it's a little bit nah, but I mean, we could like lang C probably, yeah. And it's not ideal, but it is what it is. Does that, so this is not segmentation faulting. Because again, not only did I want to fix my build, but also someone said segmentation faulting. So I never had this issue on real hardware. I mean, yeah, we use QEMU for unit testing, but we didn't have unit test for that. So what does user source T2 do? Oh, segmentation faults. That's encouraging. Interesting. That segmentation faults. Okay. Does it segmentation fault for other things? Change root for res5. No, it doesn't. Why does it say that? Why does it say exclamation mark? Should it say that? Why does it say exclamation mark? Maybe because it's not fully checked out. Okay, but we can work with this. What is the exit status? Okay, it's 0. That's not too bad. Okay, let's add a unit test. I never had this issue on real hardware, so let's see. It might always be a QEMU bug, right? That is not I mean, we have also the Java tests also at times segmentation faulting because QEMU not. I mean, it's fuzzy emulation, like fuzzy, quick and dirty emulation. Sometimes it's segmentation faults. There is no substitute for real hardware testing, which is where we gather all of this. Okay, what's build doing while test suite? Oops. We have your tests, so let's do here. Where should we do that? We have 1,000 entries, and with 32 entries, I feel already. I mean, maybe like from 100, like bigger, like small tools, like basic things, small tools. And then like bigger tools, like maybe 100. Like copy that to 100 SVNST. So then executable should be user bin SVN, and that should st user source T2. Do we have T2 or T2? I think we have two sources different. So internal build all x86. Passed unexpectedly, yes, because we didn't have a reference test. So what's the output? Okay, that's okay. I don't want it with that. I mean, we could theoretically, but this is C library specific, then it would fail for Musel. Let's just lang equals C and call it a day, right? Passed, yay. So let's basically test for all build arches. And that is what we call peak efficiency, right? Okay, so SPARC segmentation false. Like how dare user, I mean also warning copy database is corrupt. That's probably not ideal. But that may or may not be another problem. And that is how every, also I zoomed that here, every user interaction, every test, every build combination, a win, making T2 the only Linux distribution that supports everything. So 100 tests, here we go. I also add 100 SVN ST test. The more we test, the less segmentation was. It still, I mean, we built on SPARC just fine. This is bizarre. I mean, it could very well be just a very, very recent regression, which is crazy because, like, yeah, you don't use a SPARC system for 2 months, and 2 months and shit is broken. We used SPARC so much last year. This is crazy. That is really crazy. Anyway, so what's build doing? I mean, maybe it has a chance of working already. Let's go in the last build and let's see if it now does this target. No. It still does not do this target. I mean, unless it linked LVM statically, which would be... I had a 99 percentile confidence that this would fix it. Oh, it only built 6 minutes. That's good. I guess we give it a Clang rebuild, right? Alternatively, we could give it 1 minute of peaking. Is there any other case here of... Is that here? Okay, triple CPP. I mean, this was the previous, that's not the version we built, so that's their intent. So what's confusing is that internally, their internal enum is, their archetype thing is SPARC version 9. That sucks. By the way, do we need... Okay, you know what? I'd better build this again and look at the sources that we build. Or is it missing here too? What do we get? Arch for LVM name. Maybe it's missing here. Oh, no, wait, what? Wait. No, there is SPARC version. Did I look at the right? String switch. No, but this is correct now. Is there any typo? Wait, what? Spear. Okay. Yeah, it's already error correction. Because I read this as SPARC 64, Spear 64. Where is the SPARC here? No, that doesn't fix it. How can this still be broken? What do they do to break this so much? Like you had one job. You had one job. But now it's rebuilt. Unless... What does it run? Maybe it's still running... Because it's running bindgen, right? Maybe it's running this from my... So maybe that would fix it. It's like you always need to like 4D chess. This bindgen is coming out of my system, which is general not how we should do it. It's probably using... Maybe it's just failing because my system bindgen is using my system lib LVM. That is the only explanation I currently would have. Because it's bindgen, right? And like it did, that's probably the issue. But so basically not much time was wasted because we had to patch it anyway. Just what I should have, and that's why actually we do bootstrap bindgen. Just that I didn't have a local Rust version, as you saw. So now probably the only thing left, now that this should probably work. I only deleted I only destroyed my local Rust version months ago, and I didn't like because like I constantly had to patch this shit, and like one day I broke my local Rust version with this shit. Damn it. I mean, I could just on the server. Much like how old is this base install? 24.8. Is that even true, or did I once modify this? Maybe I prototyped here. Ah, you see 23.9. Prototype this OS version thing there. Do I really is a problem? Why does this Rust not even bootstrap now? What bootstrap problem is like? Why does this shit not bootstrap now? Like you fix everything and then at the end, like, nah, not doing that nightly shit. Like, what does it even like, what is even stage doesn't contain checksum file for pre-build might not be available. Oh, because we need unknown. Ah, shit. This doesn't bootstrap because we need unknown. Oh, damn it. Did this not build previously? Do we have here any unknown? I don't want to even touch this now. Okay, let's not waste so much time here with this nonsense. Let's take here any old, like any older, a little bit older. Yeah, I hate this glibc incompatibility. Like, how is it acceptable that every year glibc? I mean, yeah, I mean, features, yes, but can it not have be a little bit forward and a little bit backward compatibility? Does it need to be broken each year? Why don't we have the year of the Linux desktop? Because each year, glibc breaks something. Let's take this random thing here. What did happen now there? How did some creator, did I press something or did this open randomly Twitch creator crimp? How did I open that? 10x engineer, randomly loopback mounting. Things straight as root on the server. What could possibly go wrong? Root privileges, I tell you. Root. 7.9 something, right? Yay. Cargo, we need two. Cargo. Which version would that be? 17.1. Yay. The problem now is probably can't bootstrap the latest version with it anyway. We wanted bindgen. The question is, does bindgen build with, okay, what we actually need. I mean, unfortunately, we would need the latest, a relative recent Rust version. Yeah, that is the problem with all these incompatibilities. Now we need, basically we need one of the latest Rust versions because only that links with the latest LVM version. But let's see, we are supposed to bootstrap, see, I had this bootstrapping. The question is, does it bootstrap with that like that? But even if it bootstraps now, which it might, it still will, it probably will not fix this. But that's also how much stuff, how much details do you need to, oh, this works, okay. But that will probably not fix the issue because that of course links with, The question is now with what does that link? I don't even know. It should be our toolchain, but I have the suspicion it is not. That's not even linking with LLVM. So that's... Wait, so that's running... So that's not running... That's not interfacing with LLVM directly. At least not here. Wait, what does it even interface with LLVM? Do they rust straight? Do they just straight run Clang? But that Clang should be... Wait a second. But that Clang is linked against our new lib Clang. Okay, then it's not Z4D chess, then... So we rebuild... Ah, shit. It takes relatively long. All right, yeah. It needs to build quite a bit to get there. That should be our Clang. Why does that not work? That's crazy. Unless this multi-case thing doesn't work, but no, this did multi-cases here. No, that should work. SPARC. No typos. Unless they have one more placer somewhere. Okay, let's commit this already. What do I have here in X? Fix LVM SPARC version 9 further. Wait. Okay, fix this further. Fine. That should be good. It doesn't fully fix it yet, but that should be good. Famous last fingers crossed. So I think I need more coffee. Then It's crazy. You fix so many details and it's still not freaking working all right. Just to relax a minute, let's take a look at the segmentation fault first. What was my export thing? So I deleted all of those recently, which probably I shouldn't do like that again, because now probably my NFS server will not start, will it? What was it even? Was it port map start? RPC, no, it was the new one is RPC blind. Yeah, I thought so already. I mean, okay, instead of yeah, this is somehow, yeah. Oops. Basically, I need some better storage area network thing. I actually tested ATA over Ethernet recently. So one build finished. That is pure 64-bit stuff here, right? I mean, theoretically, we could, as a safety, always X for not crossing file systems, I believe. Then somehow there was something I think we need to. This bug is fixed. I just didn't reinstall yet. So then let's boot. Did we? So we copied the latest kernel. And the only thing is, because we don't boot with what is we need to force enable this, I believe. Because the init RD code only, the sys5 init code only dynamically adds the console if it's been specified on the console, I believe. That is correct, right? Okay, the other we don't see. We had here. Oh, actually, we have console TTY. Okay, then it's not necessary. Shit. Take this back. No, 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 no. That's how we're testing stuff. Warning command, ignored null byte input. Thing 116. Ignoring null byte. Okay, that's not pretty. It's the first time I see that though. All right, we don't have a password. I always forget what think so. So the question is, so that's the latest and greatest. Hopefully amazing. Any oopses? No oopses. We might even have, yes, we have picture. We have DVI picture, the future, crisp pixels. Look at that. It ain't segmentation faulting. That is a QEMU bug because I was like, dude, don't tell me I released. I mean, we test a whole lot of stuff here. I mean, it might be whatever. I mean, maybe it's a bug that only shows in QEMU. etc resolve. If that ain't a beauty, then I don't know what is. Yeah, we need to make this faster. Also, it's over NFS now. I still need an Sun Ultra 45. Damn. I should sell. That's an Ultra 25 that I recently got relatively cheapish. Cheapish for 200-ish euro. Yeah, I mean, the people just want so much. So I gave 2 of those away, right? You're welcome. And that's x86. Yeah, I'm not paying 1,800 you all. Your orders like this is nah. Like this is why I say I got it cheapish for 200 because it's basically ultra. This might be fast, although there is some really shit going on. You need to be careful. This is probably not upgradable, right? I really hate this. Like Sun was a whole bitch like Apple was and didn't populate the second socket. That totally stings. Yeah. Recently one was sold for is this? Yeah, this is a dual. I mean I could swap the board probably, but not for 969, like for 200 maybe. Israel. Yeah, not for that. It's like tolles aussehen, bemalt things for like, are you freaking, what drugs do you take? What drugs do you take? This is absolutely slow in order hardware. Like it's fast as an Intel Atom. Anyway, at least recently there was one for not as much. There recently was one for 600 or so. Maybe I should have bought it. Clever would be to buy the Ultra 45 for 600 and sell mine for 600. So, so on real hardware, it at least the latest build works on real hardware. So yeah, but the latest build segmentation falls in QEMU and works on real hardware. Look at that. Let's a little bit faster. Let's user serve. Let's SVN up that here. Clean. So I SVN up this on the x86 because clean. Because that's locally instant. It's basically on an NFS server. Just I don't want to wait 5 minutes for checking this out on NFS. And yeah, even on local NVMe, it takes a moment. Because then we cancel NFS server checked out and then locally build also. Yeah. I didn't want btop. So what is okay? Copied. Does Control C not work for some reason? Wanted more temp fs. Oh, this didn't. Yeah, okay, fine. Good, let's just build. Okay, at least that works. Yeah, basically maybe QEMU bug. Summer control set doesn't work, but control C, this is some job control thing. I had this sometimes with this dual arch thing, but oh no control C worked. Okay, fine, whatever. So one of those init things here. Okay, let's maybe first T2 install. Do we have this? I wanted to change the temp FS here. Did this regen already? Ah yeah, regen now. I wanted like significantly. How much memory do we have? Oh, only 2 gigs. That's not good. Why do I have only 2 gigs in there? This needs more memory, apparently. Okay. Hardcore coding on Sunday. That's true dedication. Yeah, coding and code. I mean, yeah, LLVM Clang. So, I mean, yeah, first of all, major open source projects are built on weekends. And if you just support everything, then every weekend you have to test and fix something else. Also, who would not love their precious Unix RISC workstations and dust them off and stuff? By the way, is there a CD? Probably not. Because sometimes I forgot CDs or stuff and things. So we still have this Rust bug. What do we do with this Rust bug? Debugging this is a little bit annoying. What are the chances that it's just not... Should we just wipe the build and start from scratch and see if some strange... How long would it build to reach Mesa? Like 40 minutes? I mean, this conditionals, it's this case block we patched there. It must be that. It doesn't work yet. Okay, let's be smart. Let's just rename it. But that is the very latest, right? Okay, so now you see that. Let's see if X comes up. Don't have a mouth in there though. Can't execute, it's a directory. Can't execute what? Do we have some typo somewhere? Why does this not work? Did we destroy our TWM fallback? So they changed this upstream, like this old code, they touched upstream, I rebased this and I broke it now, or what? Why does this not work? Oh, but it's empty. Does it wants to execute an empty window manager var here? How was this code previously? Damn. Why do the upstream always need to touch decade-old code? Yep, that works. Just don't have mouse here now. I'm slightly wondering. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It is what it is. Shall I subscribe? We need more things. Basically trying to make Rust compile. It did compile. It does compile. It's just always partially broken. I make we are shipping this in T2Links for years. Just that each year we uncover new bugs and marginalities. So just now, because we ship more, now we probably it was partially even in T2 then imperfectly broken, and only now because Mesa, now we build Mesa with more stuff like OpenCL and Rustical and stuff. And probably only due to that did we now realize that even our nicely patched Rust was not feature complete or bug free or perfect. Yeah, the more you test, the more bugs you didn't even know existed. That is like basically let's see how this changed. Like how did we break this? Like I recently did I or someone else? I rebased this. How was this previously? So yeah, I only rebased this because they changed this upstream. Or was this previously only working due to other? Yeah, that is crazy that I had to rebase this old code twice. That's absolutely ridiculous. Maybe does exec, maybe exec without args does nothing? Look at that. Adding quotes there broke that. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, it worked accidentally for 20 years because there were no quotes around. And now Upstream added quotes there around all this stuff. And then I rebase this, that our patch applies. That is a crazy bug. Yeah, quickly rebase something. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, it doesn't start the fallback anymore. Damn it. Yeah, we need more testers. Don't delay it. Download and test. Yeah, yeah. It's if I make it any better, you couldn't afford it anymore. So when we booted, we saw here during boot we saw here a warning 116. Device tree model. Wait, this is already two. This warning should go to. I don't understand. Ah, Bash is warning. Are you freaking kidding me? Seriously? Oh, come on, why do we need a bloody warning for this? Can't make this shit up. Then let's transition this to something that doesn't like basically something that discards null bytes here. I can't anymore. Like what's the Unix people thinking? Like why does this need a bloody warning? Are you freaking kidding me? This like oh like why? Why? Oh my Why did you had warn about this? Like basically, how do we even like basically empty expression? No byte and input. Okay, let's like why does there need to like Linux kernel? Why is there null byte in this file? Like seriously. I mean, unless do we have any other proc name model? Why does this not find anything? Why does this not find anything? Huh? Why does find in proc with name model not find this file? What am I missing here? Okay, whatever. Then let's explicitly substitute why does this not work? You know what? This will not even work because well, actually it could work. Ah, shit. So SED reads this line. But that is crazy that it's crazy that this works at all because most C programs don't have an explicit stringling. I'm surprised SED are probably not. Wait, even this does that? Oh, no, it doesn't. Wait, what? Okay, my SED does not do that. But the GNU SED does it? That is crazy, because that means they must have explicit line lengths. So yeah, my SED that I maintain from, so this is my SED that I continue to maintain, the old GNU SED. Because, so this is from Eric S. Raymond that I maintain because he gave up and GNU rewrote that and stuff. And I maintain it just to have a small mini SED thing. And that is just reading strings like C, and that would, so because, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, basically you could trick this old mini SED. Like if you have a null byte, then you just early terminate the string. And so the GNU SED people have extra code in there. I mean, is that in a pose extender that it needs to be able to process null bytes? Crazy. Okay, you say X or TR. I mean, maybe in this case, TR is slightly. I mean, it's. How would that even. So you're saying X0. Okay, that indeed. Maybe. Maybe TR is slightly more portable than null byte trickery. TR. Yeah. What do I even do here? Oh. uh, that doesn't work, at least not the way. What did we have there? X0. So that does not work. I type a pre-slicing like so much. So let's use that for portability. I mean, we should have GNU SE. Like, even what does my mini SED do with it? Okay, that would work. Okay, SED it is for now. It's probably the only, is it the only raw device tree file we? What does SED do if the file doesn't exist? Does this? We already do that, so I guess reboot. You know what? I guess when I did not see this on PowerPC. Maybe on Apple PowerPC it doesn't have a null byte, because I think I hope I would have noticed that. Yeah. No. So I have the suspicion we will later max size is 0, okay. We will soon need to debug this LVM Clang thing, and welcome everyone. You need the after wait, you need the uh-huh. Okay. Does it work with the busybox thing? I mean, now I have it SED. I mean, it works with my mini SED, so I guess good enough. We also need to patch this away. Like this is, did I not once patch this away? This is just silly. And also like UDEV, like systemd, UDEV engineering, of course you need to try no medium twice. For like, this is so silly, you all. I absolutely hate this UDEV engineering systemd things. Yeah, this one is gone. Amazing. The only thing that would be better is if our LVM Clang thing would work. But that's, oh, we built, oh, look at this. We built the wrong Clang. We built the wrong Clang. Oh, I'm so stupid. We built the 0, we rebuilt the cross Clang. Damn it. Never mind. I guess it works now. Should we actually, yeah, protop built the right cross build thing. Good that I didn't delete that, so then we can just. I mean, maybe Clang 2 just. Right, this is also not in. So you're saying, but I think, I mean, the only thing that would make it a little bit clearer, maybe, but I mean, it works like this. So let's just. 3 zeros, right? For. It's crazy that that apparently does work, which is. But yeah, feeding argy like zeroing, or is it? Yeah, let's see. Wow, that is lame. That is lame, you all. Yeah, command line handling in C with null bytes difficult. Yeah, I noticed that. It's like also Unix programs often accepting files except when they don't. Which variant do we like more, you all? How is the error handling if we z to null and then either the file doesn't exist? Okay, we use SED. This is too stupid. Okay, we leave it out as T2 CI. But thanks for the tips. Appreciate this. Yeah, we could check for file access and stuff, but the point of dev null is like just try it and have a result or not. So fix is 5 init system. Also suppress. What even was a precise warning? Suppress, fix. Yeah, fix is it to fix? Fix out host name. On SPARC. Yeah. Okay. I have a very high confidence here that this patch then works. I didn't find it anywhere, so let's hope. And did we, by the way, wait? Did we rebuild Clang? Wait, did we? Wait, what did I do there? Where is Clang though? Did I not delete this, or why are we building? Did I seriously not delete this? Nothing like doing stuff twice. Whatever I did there, I just don't want to build it even more often. Yeah, good that we powered up our SPARC. Like, we found like basically 2 bugs for free between all the other stuff that we, yeah, you want to take a look at some bugs and find others. So all right, we have also, I mean, maybe okay, we have maybe it's the third bug. Why are there so many bugs? All right, good that we didn't end the stream. Let's make a coffee because stuff is amazing. Bugs. So the only problem is theoretically I should rebuild the ISOs a little bit because the problem is we did so many updates. Like, yeah, pro tip, maybe don't do some updates while you're still testing your release. It's not only the SPARC stuff, but also like, I mean, the sys5 init not that critical, but the start XTWM is a little bit. Why did we find bugs? Why did we find bugs? Why upstream bugs? Anyway, I need coffee. Also,
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers breaking all levels, the round pegs in the square holes. They don't fit, but they shape souls. The ones who see things a little bit different, who bring back the past, make the future persistent. They fix the bugs, they break the security, making good old and new just work. You can quote them, disagree, glorify or vilify, but you'll see the only thing you'll never do is turn away or make them mute. They change things, they make the next step, they push the world and make it right. No respect for the status quo, they shake the ground, they steal the show, they break it apart and build it again. They don't ask why, they just begin. anonymous link. You can quote them, disagree, glorify or vilify, but you'll see the only thing you'll never do is turn away or make them use. They change things, they like the spark, they push the world out of the cost. This is the matrix behind the light. In rust and vinyl past rewrites, they find the gems in what was lost, they bring it back no matter the cost. They won't stop, they never fade. They turn the old
which
into
ISO did you test
upgrades.
today?
Some
Any
may
other
call them out of
screen
line, but
post?
progress proves them
My coffee
right.
machine broke. Do you see any difference between native and cross-compiled versions of which binaries? Usually not, but I mean, I don't check some tests since then. They can only be I mean, the compiler should behave, so yeah, usually not. We could test this more, but
Because the
basically,
people crazy enough to believe are the ones who make
like
us
for
dream.
our production
The ones
binaries
who
are
change the
cross-compiled. So
world,
basically, the
it's
only thing
true
I
and
care is
maybe you're one of
do the
them
cross-compiled
too.
binaries work. But I mean, yeah, very theoretical. It would be like if we would have more volunteers, more funding, and stuff, right? We could further improve this. Which screen? Yeah, this just built 6 minutes, right? I mean, LVM T2 estimates 12, but that might be other load-related things and stuff. By the way, I hope the music did play, right? Did I probably need 3 minutes to stand up, turn on the water? Basically, yeah, basically on the vintage risk architectures, I anyway only build a little bit native for testing because slow. So mostly the most important is cross-compiler works. Everything is added for the phone. The other thing, actually, yeah, basically we don't run out of bugs to fix, which is crazy. I mean, plus my 900 lines of to-do. Because the other bug is also QEMU. Even verbose for show while we wait for the coffee. I don't even remember what precisely that was. Maybe it was this a compiler bug or a header bug? Somehow or an optimizer bug? Somehow that something C complex crashed here. Okay, coffee's still boiling. Debus display? What the heck is debus display? Crazy that it builds old-fashioned OSS drivers. It's like the okay stuff they delete and the most cursed 30-year-old. I mean, maybe they need that for BSD. But... So what broke here in... Did you mean TCG target stack bias undeclared? Or does this just not configure for some reason? And thanks for following, I appreciate this. I'm pretty sure once upon a time this did build. Maybe nobody builds QEMU for native SPARC anymore? How did we even build this? With TCG interpreter or? We built this with TCG slow. We probably had to do that because JIT not supported, I guess. How did we even build this? We built this with Meg. So okay, TCG 41. Mm. 4169. If SPARC stack bias. They explicitly do that and fail. Yay. They explicitly write code that fails. Amazing. We don't patch that, so that's broken upstream for a while because it fails for me for a month. Yeah, I guess I think since last summer, I think it fails. Or is code difficult? Water not yet boiling. That's not ideal, but you know what? Let's shut down that here to save some electrons. Gee. Is the screen post, is it from earlier? Already from earlier. So, what's with the stack BIOS? TCG's target stack BIOS. Or is it from... Actually, there is some SPARC 64. TCG. Maybe. But wait, we have SPARC 64. What is even... Here is some target stack BIOS. Does this TCG? Tiny code generator, look at that. So does TCG? But maybe this define then is wrong. Oh, look at this. Hey, we fixed it. Can we have some applause? Mesa with Rustical, OpenCL, Rockham coming to SPARC 64. Who wants Llama? Llama CPP with Spear V on with Spear on Vulkan. Anyone? Yes. The last Linux distribution to support it all, and then some. Maybe this breaks if you disable if you enable TCG interpreter. But then this patch is probably also wrong because probably nobody, as usual, Upstream doesn't care, right? Like some random, I appreciate some random dude patching something better than nothing, but it's just so frustrating that could be so, it could just work, but it doesn't because, I mean, yeah, it needs people on Sunday to fix all this stuff. So DM, Deshi, NISC, archive, hello C, doesn't matter. SPARC, we need a 64. We need something like that here. We need that here. Wait, is it even? Ah, yeah, it's probably that, but time will tell. Because I have the suspicion that only actually we could probably test this. No. But yeah, right, because I can't test this because we disable TCG. Let's see if it works and if we don't disable TCG. Ah! So Arch machine. What is our Arch machine? Is it SPARC V? Yeah. Okay, then only for SPARC V. Let's see how that goes. Let's see if TCG does build then. We need it differently configured anyway. Without TCG. I was like, did it do some Git cloning there? Might want to disable that. Oh. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippis, 3 Mississippis. That, I don't know how fast it failed previously, but that builds quite a bit more. Maybe, wait, speculation. Time will show. Cheers. Need coffee also. Who makes always coffee so boiling hot? Maybe I should. How do you cold brew? Can you cold brew at home? Like how even cold brew coffee? I need coffee waiting for cold water extraction, cold pressing is a type of coffee prepared by pressing or steeping coffee grounds in water. Since Dutch introduced cold brew coffee to Japan, were traditional method of coffee brewing for centuries. Slow drip cold brew refers to process which water is dripping through coffee. Nitro cold brew. Just give me cheap crap. I just want coffee. Ratio and use additional nitrogen gas to create smooth texture. Taste. Because ground coffee leans to cold brewing, never come into contact with heated water. The process of leaching flavor from beans producing chemical profile different from methods. Coffee beans contain a number of parts that are more higher temperature, such as caffeine, oils. But I need caffeine and oils and acids and things. Results in for 24 hours. However, brewing at a lower temperature for 24 hours results in higher caffeine. Wonderful. Hey, we built QEMU. If that ain't beauty, then I don't know what is. Add package QEMU. Oh, I just turned it off. We could test if it even works. Let's turn it on again. Thank goodness we saved some electrons for 2 minutes. SPARC, hotfix. Basically, we need. Where do we have this rsync here? NFS. Do we have here? Rsync. That stuff. From here to there, the only thing is now we override our password and other fixes. So. I mean, okay, I could have been smarter and only rsynced user, but now the ship has sailed already. Let's test if TCGing is like, yeah, basically T2 QEMU. Yeah, let's give it a minute here or 5. Wait, what is even, wait, does it, we have one more thing potentially to patch because there's always one more thing. We need to check if I previously skipped and maybe we need to patch Rust here. Is that the only thing that failed? What's with cargo? Cargo, did I skip that? No, cargo build. Look at that, cargo build. Let's see if Rust also built. I'm not sure. Probably I previously skipped that. But let's see if maybe it was just the same problem of SPARC version 9 not known to LLVM. Let's see. Good, we are logged in. Oops. So now we have QEMU. Can you believe QEMU? I mean, first of all, we have the T2. Like, let's go crazy because we always do crazy. We have here some access. So that's on SPARC. Hello, TCGing on. If that ain't something, then I don't know what is. 386 binaries on SPARC. The future never was that bright. Risk 5. 702. Command not found. 32. Hello, risk 5. And 64-bit. Hello, no. 703. Valid, invalid for this architecture. Oh, okay, that's not particularly. What do I do here? What do I even freaking do here? Why don't we have more? I don't even know. Why don't we have more? I don't even know why we don't have more. Maybe I was too lazy to compile others. I think I created, I know why. I think I used others people's examples from the web to generate this. These are the world's smallest non-C library assembly things. This is why. We probably should in our soon upcoming microkernel. We fix the craziest obscure shit here. Days until microkernel, probably surely only some fixing the most obscure open source shit. All so LLVM used SPARC stuff always the types. Well, does it not open source? Does this is open source? The dictionary. Bam. 700, what was it? 1. Can't believe that works. Treat. Self-system, SPARC 64, kernel, what we booted here, maybe of no graphic. Didn't crash yet. Oh, maybe it did crash. Why did we? Oh no, it's just because just freaking slow. It didn't crash yet. Just was just impatient. It's coming up slowly but steadily. So that is a only 1 point. Yeah, just how to. No, we don't have. That's a little bit near. So this is because it's controlled. Does this bloody screen because it's control AX, right? Damn it. Can't make this shit up. Okay, let's just power toggle it. It's the beauty of NFS rule, just switch off. Yeah, with Tmux it would have worked like this. It's just okay. So we still need to fix this, just as I expected. Let's touch this log file. Ah. And take a look what precisely is failing there. What is failing here? What do you want, Rust? What are you rusting? Couldn't compile Nix. Yeah, thank you. What is your problem? Couldn't find unit struct. Ah, this is okay, just some nonsense in. Okay, so probably this bloody libc crate is it probably just needs allow listing of thick. What even freaking is that? So yeah, that's yeah, Yeah, just the regular Rust things, just regularly oxidating things. Completed unsuccessfully. I really hate this. Like, I would call this failed, right? It's a couple of times in my life I read this like, hey, it works. Like, and then like, wait, what? Special place in hell for people. Every time I enter Rust developer stream, I see them suffering. I'm not a Rust developer, but thank you. I know why I hate Rust. I hate Rust, but I need to fix others people. Like, I know why I hate Rust, because first of all, it's not good, and second of all, I need to fix others people's broken shit all day long. Yeah, signals here in. So what's going on in 388? Somewhere. So SPARC things stick 6 stick fold stack fold obsolete. Linux target, mscripten target, not any of this. Config all, any, not any. What do we have here? Linux if config all, any Linux Android targets or SM stripbooks here, not any of. I've not remember this at all, to be honest. Like, maybe also not SPARC. Maybe if you wouldn't hardcode all this shit, you wouldn't constantly have hardcoded shit. It might complain a lot that the checksum changed. Unexpected token. Ach, damn, seriously? Ach. Probably where I copied the last one, huh? Damn it. Did it do something? Yeah, T2 Linux distribution is the only distribution where every shit is fixed. The last man attention for detail. Rust destructs micro. Yeah. Thought Rust was there to fix broken C memory. I mean, yeah, I mean, it fixes something, and it just is not a good design language ecosystem. It's basically shell like subscribe. We need to invent our own programming language. I mean, that's such mundane. It's it's laughable. The library ecosystem stuff is Micro dependency things and hard-coded stuff is. Yeah, but this Rust also, like, while I agree that, but that's why you welcome to the right channel. We want to write a good language in the microkernel. Just we still busy fixing everyone's broken Rust shit. Oh shit! You don't tell me it first rebuilt some. Let's fingers like 300 plus micro dependencies. Totally amazing language. I'm not. Cheers. Coffee. What's coffee doing? Coffee's still too hot. Maybe finally completely feature complete stuff of completed successfully. Yes. Developer. Right. I need a which is a good AI. I need to AI generate a video of freaking me. What kind of coffee are you drinking? Because my coffee machine broke and I'm currently or like probably just some crumb or also coffee machine. My coffee machine is literally on YouTube because I had already some how to fix some stuff here. Like this coffee machine broke now somehow 10 years later. How dare it? So now I just like boil it here on a kettle, like Stone Age stuff over fire. So now I need here Turkish style or so. But basically preparing for my off-grid life and stuff, right? What is this we played? But we need to AI generate.
Developers. Yes!
Yes. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, I need so.
The original estimate was what?
Yeah, actually, our good SGI friend has actually this. I so totally need that. Yes, but they are so rare. I mean, it's crazy that at least I know an SGI friend who has one of those. But yeah, I obviously need, or we need to build it over. So. Oh, Thunderbird. Yeah, don't waste time with Thunder. No. So that's on our 820 line to do to fix. Just that you somehow Patreon not fast enough. Because somehow that already consumed 55,000 hours of my life so far. Just developing the best Linux distribution ever created. We have here some SPARC patch. Do we have here any hot fixes? Okay, we have here some. Okay, this are just. But what is that doing here? Okay, that was maybe some hot hack. I think I named this exceptionally slightly different. Didn't press A enough. So that is Nix. So I think I exceptionally SPARC Nix patch. So that's just SPARC because that's also totally not in there. Yeah, the amount of patches is crazy. I mean, it's a little bit independent of like the art of naming patch files. Basically, Hotfix is like what could be auto-generated, auto-deleted. It's like, let's be professional and convoluted error messages here. Yeah, where are we? 413 of 506 builds. We are approaching making SPARC great again. Who would have thought? Let's do some final build test. And how far are we with the rest? So, okay, still some 100. Okay, we could quickly check what's going on in other parts of updates. Okay, better. We don't need better. Image prim, porto, pinter. We might not have done this. We probably don't have Pinter. We could check if we can. We can also click here on. Never heard about this though. Simple GTK paint. Okay, that's rusting. While that is rusting, let's fire up our trusty T2 VM. Package this because multitasking. Just a tiny little bit of work. And is it some maybe a T2 developer updated KDE stuff? Thanks. It's probably for our news site, right? We are building also a news site because news, nah. So probably what news today? Always let me know your breaking news so that we. It might not stay on Medium, right? It's just the first test without me having to set up a platform. I wonder what cursed language this is so nice. Oh, this is configure AC. It's old-fashioned configure. I wonder if they have a proper pre-generated thing then here of that stuff here. One would hope. Do they say GNOME? How do they call this? Do they call this GNOME? They call just. Where do we have GIMP? Graphic. Okay, fine. Did I check if we have this? I forgot. I wouldn't even have to change, actually. Pro tip, I still use T2 a little bit old-fashioned because I muscle memory of 25 years muscle memory. I didn't have, like, in now T2 this should work, actually. If that is not amazing. It's like so many quality of life improvements that I even not power using myself sufficiently. And that build. Oh no, sorry. Still building. I thought other stuff was scrolling. Wasn't it? Have an old MacBook Air with 4 gigs of memory soldered. Is T2 suitable for this machine? Of course it is. Of course it's not the super fastest, so MacBook Air, that should just work. I have something similar here. What do you say? Intel. Of course, emerging from source ain't the fastest, and as you know, I mean it's certainly for testing and stuff, right? And but that's the crazy stuff. Previous high-end stuff can barely serve modern web, but that's not a T2 problem. That's a modern web problem. But yeah, totally try it out and let us know how it's going. And patches welcome. But also like this, even this Sun workstation is slower, right? So much too. People are like, yeah, but performance. Also, I copy pasted this one. This actually should be GNOME. Okay, let's maybe GNOME because why not? Like the SPARC workstation is obviously slower than. This is also why I'm not paying so many thousands of euros. Wait, is it sharp? Like, does it mean we need GTK sharp for that? That might be a downturner, you all. So what is that then? I don't even know what that is then. It's a clone of things. MIT original printer code from is used MIT. Okay, maybe it will not even just build, but I should have maybe read the fine print. Maybe also slightly pointless, but why not? If it doesn't, it's probably not just like, but it's also always a good motivation of making more more cursed language C# language bindings work. So that's probably nearly it. See what happens. Yeah, it built, yes. I'm amazing. What a release, you all. What a release and what an effort. Couldn't be happier with the best Linux distribution for myself. Retired in VM on my main computer, Ryzen things to get used to it, install and learn from way around. Happy to hear that. And feedback welcome. Fix Rust for SPARC 32-bit SPARC V star. Could even Rust mix things or there. So should be builds for me. QEMU. Okay, QEMU fails here then. So that's a 32-bit pass. Let's see. Why does this? So this is probably why I disabled it. It should be SPARC version 9. Let's see. SPARC version 9. Okay, it does stack bias, but that is why I patched that. TCG. We built this interpreter. Okay, also unfortunately, did I commit this already? Oh, I didn't. Lucky. That is why I patched this. I hoped SPARC version 9 would work, but it doesn't. Yeah, damn. So SPARC. Okay, that's also that's unfortunate. Thank you very much for freaking lesson. And that is why I say Clang and Sun got it wrong, right? It's simply wrong. No matter what is a 64-bit, there must be some 64-bit. What we need is that's why I sometimes let patches mature a while, because you think it's correct, and I mean yeah, it's like what would be here's Arch 64. Really Arch 64? Okay, let's grab any 64 with, okay, that's many. Okay, LP64, let's maybe use this then. Any other better sounding name? Why do they not have SPARC 64? That's pretty lame. That is so lame, you all. Why does this not set a SPARC 64? Because that is 32-bit, right? I mean, you're... So, 64... LP64, LP, yeah, LP. Yeah, why we kind of nice things, like even this sucks. Like, why does everything always need to suck? Okay, then SPARC, if defined, SPARC. How did this work? I think like this, defined. So only do, I mean, I guess theoretically actually the best thing would actually be the right thing would actually be if that is defined. Like, why even mess with it? Like, we already know from the configuration, like basically if that is defined, because then we also would fix, because like with my patch, it would still have failed if you build SPARC 64 with TCG disabled. Actually, why not just do like this? So easy. Probably you need to study computer science to fix. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe too few people study computer science and just YOLO shit together. What did it complain? Author. Does that fix something? Probably it will. It is amazing that we get more and more viewers, approaching here new heights of regular amounts of crowds. By 9070 from MTB course. What? Buy RX97 from MDB cores and like NVIDIA advertising ROCm support and game. AMD release ROCm without RDNA, just AMD things. Not really sure what you mean. Also, it appears RDNA4 mostly working. So .NET runtime. So basically this needs some .NET runtime. So untested because not working. um, Yay, the other stuff builds. Power off. Can you believe? So we fixed basically, serial bug fixing stuff here live on this channel. Is CEO of extra code your only job? Other jobs? Well, I'm CEO and Linux. Well, my other job are unpaid open source T2 maintainer things and Twitch and YouTube live. So, but I certainly don't have another job like McDonald's coffee brewing or stuff. I'm not sure. I'm not part-time working for Apple, although they constantly want to buy me. Really wonder why. Can these Apple people stop calling me? I'm not moving to America. Have you seen America? Then so what did we fix? We made Rust great again. We fixed so many Rust details, LVM details. Like basically we have all shit building, like everything. Like it does what I actually by the way, do I have here? I have ChatGPT, right? This is what I actually wanted, what would be really cool, which maybe I actually need, like maybe I can't use AI, but maybe AI will not do it. What I would really like is this Maxell advertisement of this music man. Will Google find that here? This here maybe. So what I would want is I want this with do we have a sharp version, a color version? We need this for our website with like an SGIO2 or stuff or whatever you fancy. And maybe I actually need to do that for real. I have the suspicion. Blown away, guys. So save that. And ChatGPT. All right. So somehow it never somehow it only generates the new images for me. ChatGPT, what is it? 04 or whatnot image, whatever this imaging mode for. I always need to click on this here. Otherwise it doesn't generate. And then how can I help? Is that even copyright steal old advertisement? Please generate an image of this like so, like not like this, like this Maxwell blown away guy, but sitting in front of an SGI02 with what was it, display 1600 SW SGI. But I guess I need to do that for real. I mean, I have all the things and the beautiful guy in the office. So, please generate an image like this Maxwell blown away guy but sitting in front of an SGO2 display. Thanks. Can you do that? AI, can you do that for me? Please generate. No, it's freaking thinking. Generating started. Okay. sometimes it tells you can't do that for, I mean, some months ago, it's like, hey, make a enum version of myself. I can't do that for privacy. It's like, you had one job. How should I use AI? It's like, hey, make an enum version things for profile thumbnails. Like, can't do that, Dave. It's like, yeah, thank you very much. I wonder how much electricity this consumes. Like, does this use here so many 10,000 of AMD NVIDIA GPUs or whatnot? That, like, is this does generating AI image more computationally expensive than generating all of our cross-compiled T2 ISO? I have questions. Yeah. I mean, do they really have like thousands of GPUs running here for a minute? Like, does it really require thousands of GPU hours? I mean that I just wait a few years before coming over to the USA until the idiot is gone. Yeah, I mean, Apple, I said this before, Apple wanted to buy me already in 2010. I already didn't want to go in 2010. Got a new GPU and doesn't fully support ROCm, despite the fact that previous generations does fully coal-powered AI, exactly. I mean, you can also like AI prompt this shit like for 10 times and always get shit results. Like, that's like, I mean, sure, you can AI prompt that for like 100 times until maybe you get something like you want. Or like you AI prompt this 150 times until it's halfway there and you Photoshop this for the rest. Or you can just take the things, you can just dust off your SGI and sit in front of an LCD display. And amazing. Amazing releases coming. The only problem is now my releases are a little bit out of sync. How do yeah, that's the problem with so many last minute fixes. Maybe like 7 to 10 H100 with 700 watt each. Which one? This image gen here or which one? Also like ChatGPT, are you okay? Are you still working on it? King not happy. This takes too long. So only problem is my office is currently, I mean, except this office, but my office is currently a little bit full with stuff everywhere. But nothing like making these photos cluttered with random shits that you just Photoshop out because, yeah. Come on, ChatGPT. In this time, I could have made this photo myself. And if I tell ChatGPT then use a profile of myself, then I can't do this, Dave, for privacy reasons. How dare you ask me privacy things? It's like getting started. Did you get started? Hello, AI. Did you start already? Only 485 of. What do I do with those builds? Because the problem is xinit start x xinit is partially broken now. In the default case, plus. That's the main thing, right? I mean, it's not that serious. Oh. This image looks like shit. Like, that is what I mean. You can AI prompt this like for like my not even 5-year-old would have nearly done it better. Like this looks like shit. Like if a design student in my design lecture, like when I pro-tip, I also studied a little bit media info, computer science. Like this looks so shitty. Like an 8th grader should have done it better. Besides, this SGI looks like shit. Like, what is it even? Like Frankenstein 02? Like, ChatGPT, you had one job and you totally missed it. I mean, to be fair, it did something, but it did it shitty. I was like, that is not even a 1600 SW. Like, this looks like this looks like absolute crap. No, it looks like complete crap. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, ChatGPT, but this looks literally like shit. I could Photoshop this better. Like basically I don't even need to take as a photo. I could yeah, I mean it would look best to take it as a photo, but I could literally Photoshop the profile of an SGI. Yeah, if it's a best thing, I don't know. Like it's just like advertising ideas. One leg on I didn't even look. I didn't even like the SGI looked so alien that I didn't even pay attention about legs. Oh manual. The AI future. Where is even? Is this one? SGI add concept. One leg gone. I didn't even look at that. Oh man. The AI future bits. I mean, it's so hyped, right? I was like, how did this look? I mean, to be fair, it looks pretty one-legged in the original, but anyway, okay. It was just like, so the problem now is, how do I ship this? Um, fix QEML for because I had it tagged already. I thought we are done. I didn't expect. So we would have that here. 1, 2, 3. Um, I'm really happy with this new TIC2 community of people actually doing useful things. So much faster, so much better, faster. This needs net tools somehow. So we need that. Okay, that is not release related. That. I mean, it's not really that much. I mean, yeah, tiny little hobby Linux distribution, just 24/7 commits. I mean, most things are not release related. Fix fast fetch with DirectX headers installed? What the heck? Oh, does it try to build Windows things with, does it think it's on Windows? Wait, what? Ah, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, so most things, I mean, yeah, it's the amount of bug fixes is obviously really mind-blowing. I think. Yeah, that happens if you test your own shit, like if you enjoy your own champagne and cake on Sunday too. If you drink your coffee. If you enjoy your own Java. Okay, so the only major thing, so most things we did fix and improve, except maybe tool. So most things are not base ISO related. I could delete the tag and retag it. It's crazy that I just thought we are done. But yeah, it's just a testament to our community and our attention to detail and dedication here. Uh, um, this would currently rebuild this. Which is kinda okay. This would rebuild nothing, right? Okay, most minimal. What would it rebuild for if we rebuild everything that changed? Oops. Okay, that would be freaking more. That's a bit much. But this is... Do we have like not checksum? What means updated? Only updated, but okay, but that's also not what we want. Yeah. Why is it that much? Did we really update? I mean, I could just wipe all the builds and rebuild everything. Is it really worth it? Yeah. I don't really want to rebuild all, like... So this start X thing... It's really... Let's make a list. What do we really want to fix? I mean, the only real fix is this start X thing, right? I could subversion switch to the commit tag and just rebuild xinit. I mean the sys5 init script, it's mostly like the null byte warning is not that critical and probably only SPARC 64. But on the other hand, it's always easy to say, like, why did you build all and why did you tag already when you were not done with testing? I mean, yeah. But before you build everything, I mean, even the SPARC 64 thing, I probably only noticed, yeah, I would not even have noticed if someone of our developers, was it Kuluk or Foxtrot? If someone, but I mean, the release is better like this. I mean, obviously, the release with less bugs better. We somehow, like, the problem mostly arises because we built one ISO in one consistent state, like Apple would do firmware images. Other distributions do not necessarily have this problem because they only build packages and then they create the ISO out of packages. I mean, maybe, or I mean, I could also just leave it like this, and or I retag as this is a final state, but I leave. I mean, it's slightly out of sync then, but it's not like if we were like Apple, then of course not ideal. But given that we are small, unsuccessful, few humans hobby garage project. I mean, the ISOs, I mean, sure, would it be nice, but like it cost me real money, right? Like it literally costs me probably it costs me some euros in electrons. Plus, I mean, I can afford €3, but it adds up, right? Like if you rebuild, I mean, I'm the perfectionist in me wants to rebuild this, but I mean, we could, I mean, what happens if we just build target, if we manually do that and it's like, if we just build this, what is T2 currently complaining that, I mean, okay, the Linux kernel is out of sync. Wait, why does it build that? Did I accidentally touch that? Maybe I did this to get the source tree for patching. What is T2 saying is out of sync in this? Also, we didn't reconfig. So basically, we would need, yeah, we would need to refresh the config. Then the Linux kernel would be out of sync, probably. Because we have .2 in the meantime, which, I mean, I could rebuild all the ISOs with .2. I'm surprised it doesn't complain more. How does T2 not complain about the Linux kernel version being different? I mean, this xinit thing is really, really, really annoying. I mean, how does T2 not complain about, I don't understand why I mean, did I add any code? Like maybe it pissed me off 20 years ago? Did I really? That's compressed, right? Can just set less set. What does it put in here for 614? Oops. Does it put 614.1 in here? Ah, thank you very much. It's crazy how much random number. There, it did puts the .1 in there. Ah, maybe I run into this issue 20 years ago. Maybe I generate this from var IDM. That's possible. Maybe precisely for this reason, not to generate ISOs with missing files if the version is slightly out of things. That makes sense. But then, if that works like this, then we could actually, the two most important hotfixes, we could internal build all. Sleep 5 or stuff. Tmax. So we need to rebuild this 5 init for this. I mean, that's not the most important, but I really do not trust a partial build that did not fail. Are you a T2 user? Which GPU do you think is good to buy for normal people? I'm pretty disconnected with GPU things. Maybe last gen RDNA 3 for cheaper stuff, some mid-high range RDNA 3 stuff on sale or stuff. So then xinit. I think normal people, what is GT 1030? Is this, by the way, an NVIDIA card? Like, normal people never buy an NVIDIA card. Yeah, GeForce, never buy a GeForce. Probably normal people sometimes want some game. So what is our DNA 3 stuff? I don't know, something of, I mean, what is even the price for, like, which SKUs do we have for, but that's probably, I would always buy last gen, like, basically, like, just get good deals for, like, and then depending on what thing you need, if you don't have much money, like 100. Can't miss. AMD 580, is that not like 8 years old or 10? I'm pretty sure that's too low performance for normal people. This must be from, I would say don't get this, like, if this is 10 years old. 2017. I mean, 8 years of stuff, right? But if that is 150, I mean, you probably with some 600-700-ish stuff here for. I mean, I got something. I mean, maybe something like this, whatever. Also, like, this is pre-owned, but I got something like this recently for like 290 new or 280 or whatnot. But yeah, basically this is just some random things. Which one are nice? Came out in 2017. Which those are nice. So that the others is this xinit, right? Like, what did we just? You always need to use model stuff because this is, and I don't know, this comment below is this on my screen. I mean, because so this one is here more critical because like you fire up like this could affect everyone who wanted to quickly fire up some good old fashioned Xing. 6,700. Yeah, I would not buy. What is it? 7-year-old? What was it? Not 2017. 8-year-old. Like, don't buy an 8-year-old card. This is way too low performance. Way too not energy efficient. I guess a 6,700, 6,700, probably has orders of magnitudes more performance and better energy efficiency. Like so certainly 7 years of TikTok. Yeah, so I don't rebuild this completely. Like this needs to work like this. This is way too much. We can do better. Like we can write a microkernel or other amazing stuff in the time of rebuilding all this cursed stuff. Basically, the Rust Clang stuff is mostly for SPARC 64. I will delete the commit tag though. I will simply retake it with all the latest improvements just because it's not 100% Liansync, but it's good enough for small little hobby open source Linux distribution project. What other fixes did we have? The other were SPARC. So it's 5 init stored X. This all this stuff is not release affecting because we don't build it by default. Any other hotfix that we what is the problem with G4? That it's NVIDIA, and NVIDIA has completely shit Linux support, and in general is a very not good company. How about this pick? Did you generate things here of... Nah. I appreciate your effort. It's just not my style. It's funny, but I wanted that precise style, but thank you for your generation. So gzip, I mean, there is this gzip update, but I guess I better not touch that. Yeah, I guess that should be fine. Then let's regen the ISO. 23 seconds apart. That's amazing. We fixed some things. It is increasingly more like, yeah, this fixed. Yeah, it only took 55,000 hours. But Naughty 2 is amazing. Who would have thought? Who would have thought this in 1998 that we make one of the best Linux distributions? Yeah, increasingly only the microkernel is missing, plus of course a new tiny compiler. And of course then some stuff like PowerVR, graphics for Intel Pulse Bowl, PS3 RSX, and such things. I probably should get the SGIO2 out for real, because that GTK crashed the Xorg server just like on the alpha. For alpha, we fixed this, and it can't be the same bug as for alpha, because alpha was IEEE floating point specific. Yeah, but that's not for this release. Like basically, wait, what did I? Did this build? Wait, did this do all ISOs already? Are we sure about that? So somewhat generate. So did it regen all of them right now? 1453, except. Okay, this one probably. So all others it did regen, right? Just this one. This one is not in the list of architectures. Junior programmer. So let's see. Does it to support NVIDIA graphics? Well, with Novo, right? As good as Novo. I mean, you could. We are not shipping NVIDIA's curse binary only drivers. You could certainly, and some people probably use them. I'm recently getting updates. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I have this curse shit in the PS3. It's PS3. In the Apple, I have a 6600 in the G5. I have few. I mean, okay, recently got a handful donated from RF Programmer, which I highly appreciate. So yeah, I mean, basically, like similar to Red Hat, right? It's just junior programmer and wish to be better. Want to start contributing to open source projects? Any advice you have about understanding program processes? Other have entry points and wait, what? Program processes quicker, other than just looking at the entry points in main. Well, well, I usually just want to prove something, and then I usually don't look in main, but like I usually grab or IDE find of terms. Like if something is broken, I grab for the error message. I don't study whole programs, right? Like if something is segmentation faulting in GNU core utils, I just grab the error or attach a debugger. Like if it's segmentation faulting, attach a debugger. Did I see Rock Ridge? Seems to be fan of things. It's a CD ISO 9660 extension, right? So let's create internal build all SPARC 6432 ISO 2. Let's maybe test suit that. At least it does something. Yeah, I hope they are complete. Basically, it passes some tests. That's good. So let's arsing that. Let's hope for the best. I hope that helped you. Otherwise, I recently posted on Medium in general how to get into low-level stuff, right? Because people always things. I don't know if that helps. It's more specifically for everyone how to low level. Maybe you want to read this. If you need more tips, let us know. Okay, that's passes. Yeah, test suite, amazing, right? So that didn't build it. That somehow. Why is this not? Wait, what? Why is that not a thing? Do we not? Wait a second. Why is that not NAT? Internal. What is 64 tests you doing? Those fail for some reason. Why is so this was build SPARC. But we have here QEMUs, or why does this not have user? Do you not get user emulation if you don't have TCG? I didn't know that. Is this an upstream limitation or? Yeah, this here is not ideal. Yeah, basically to do this is not ideal. To not build. But that is not for today and not for this release. T2 packages, or in general, in my opinion, distribution packages should not randomly we should have this as proper depths, but that is for another day. Do we do something strange there with? Do not build due to what? Does not build due to. Why does this not? First time I realized this. Warning, unsupported host CPU. Yeah, that is fine and all, but why is the user target disabled? Do they disable this in their make file? For each? Type of libraries. Target ends with target tier target. Config host target tiers. Config host target tiers split for each. Config host target tiers. Key val load Mesa current. Config host make. Key val. What did I config host? Target tiers. Where is this? Check out this interview with gives interesting pointers on how to store it. Why is this always so cursed? Where precisely does it get that from? Target tiers, it does target and target tiers. Config host target tiers. Config host. Key val load Mesa current build tier. Is this like generated from they do they pre-configure with a shell script and then run Mesa on this shit or what? Why has this only soft amino? Okay, this is exactly the target here. So this is here they have some host arch. If host arch common host arch things, maybe because they don't have a SPARC in there. Okay, maybe that's really not supported. Like maybe they don't have translation to 32-bit SPARC. Maybe that is really the thing. Shouldn't be that hard to fix. Okay, it's not supported. Okay, to do, if we ever too bored between our microkernel dream and other stuff, what demo user to more arch like SPARC for another rainy day or so. Things are syncing. Things are looking amazing. Don't forget to subscribe. I need to go and get some sunshine and lunch. Amazing that increasingly more people follow, like, and subscribe to our amazing Linux show here. Influencing the Linux world, one bug fix and amazing release at a time. Don't forget to, don't delay, try that today on this refreshed ISOs because amazing. That's probably all I had to say. Patches welcome, test feedback welcome. Hope you enjoyed and learned something. Have a good day night and hope to see you next time. And if you have recommendations where to rate to, also always let me know.
The hum of the PSU low and clean, a wrist box breathing in a sunlit room. No fanfare, no noise, just purpose behind silicon, quietly elegant. A terminal waits, black screen, green text, not asking for permission, just ready.